Ready?
Okay.
Welcome to Live from Dennis's house. Today we got a full house again, and we have the battle of the century. Well, not so much in my eyes, but in some other people's eyes, it is Van Halen versus Van Hagar. I do not have a Van Hagar album to show, but
Smart move.
so we're gonna give you that. We're gonna show you all the facts. We're gonna tell you all the facts, and we're gonna give you our opinions, just like the 6 o'clock news. But we're gonna start this show off, and then we're gonna get into everything Van Halen and Van Hagar. So we're gonna play our usual long distance dedication, and we're gonna dedicate it to the Atlanta Falcons, and we're gonna play the Van Hagar song. Finish what you started, and we'll be right back with the show. We want to start the show, and we want to talk about what happened this past week. And did you know the Super Bowl happened this week?
Yes.
Did you hear about this?
What?
All right, first, what does everyone think of Lady Gaga's performance?
She was good.
I didn't see it.
I thought it was very nice.
Mad
And-
respect for the guys.
I heard some people
She was good.
complaining
She
about
was-
the fact that she was lip syncing, and I was like, well, she was when it was this choreographed thing with 20 people on stage, but when she stood by the piano, she was singing.
Yeah, she's
She
got
was
a
really
great voice.
solid, you know?
Yeah, you
I have
can
nothing
do
but
that.
respect
You know
for
how
her.
hard it would be to pull off that performance start to finish where she's
Right.
walking upstairs,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
down. I mean, that was like a
off rope.
marathon.
Yeah.
I heard she did some crazy
That was
stuff.
incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's always
I'm not a fan of her music,
Right.
but that was incredible.
Nah,
that's a
I have
performer.
respect for her. And of course, there was rumors that she was going to excrete onto the American flag, but she did not
Yes.
do anything like that.
That was a
I heard
I started that rumor, by the way.
I heard she
Oh,
was going to do that from someone.
Heck, I didn't hear that.
Can we, I gotta read the news more.
Yeah, so, and it was very nice. I'm so sick of everything being politicized. A damn lumber commercial's politicized. Every
right?
commercial on the Super Bowl was about illegal aliens coming into the country.
When the 84 lumber logo
Right,
came up, I
right,
was like,
you know?
what?
It was,
All those things related.
I saw a lot of cool movie trailers. I don't know.
I didn't see
it's
one
like,
good
wait.
commercial that I liked. I didn't see one good commercial.
Oh no!
There
I
used to be
I
funny
the commercial
commercials.
where they were showing them
movie
where they were
trailers are cool.
they were in high school with the yearbooks. Where
The
they were,
yearbook
like,
picture,
super-
they were
That was
so
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, all right, that was good.
That was
Very good,
impressive
Michael.
technology.
Yeah.
All right,
There were some good ones. I think everybody's just so hard on everything now. It's like,
Yeah, I
everything
know.
sucks.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live sucks. This sucks. Everything
Everybody's
sucks. It's
so
like no,
cynical.
it's like
Right.
it's
Right.
okay.
I hear you.
So
Way to
cynical.
say it.
But that was
Very
usually,
sad.
remember at Super Bowls past, there was like 15 awesome commercials that
Remember,
everyone would be
Prince
talking
was still
about.
alive
Right.
then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he had to do with that, but
But actually, the best halftime show I ever saw was
Halftime
Prince.
show.
yes, I'll give you that.
Rest in Prince.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
or Up with People. Did you ever remember that in the 1974 Super Bowl?
People.
I was negative
Oh, I
four.
was there.
So-
I that one.
See?
I don't want to admit that
It
I know
doesn't
what that
matter.
is.
Of course,
so
everybody
old.
everybody should know what everything is. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
Mike, have you ever heard of World War II?
That was right after World War I, right?
Exactly. You've
I've
heard
heard
of
of
it,
it. I've heard
and you
of that.
were not born, but you've still heard of it.
I have.
You heard of the Civil War and the American Revolution, but you were not born. So
That was
that
a-
proves
that-
my
that was a-
point.
that was a-
Everybody should know
Oh.
everything.
Up with people considerably less on the radar
You can't
than World
argue
Wars.
that.
Just
It's true.
like to point out that.
I just got owned. I just got owned.
Hey, wait, let me drop this mic.
Wow.
That's why it's his
All right,
show.
so next one I want to talk about is Johnny Depp. Has anyone ever heard about what's going on with him?
He's getting divorced.
Wait, who's he?
Or
No,
he's
no.
bankrupt?
He's going bankrupt apparently.
Why?
That because he spends so much money, he had to fire his management. He was spending like $2 million a month, they said, and they tried to stop him, but he was blaming them that they didn't try to stop him vigorously enough, and they
What's
showed what he was.
spending it on?
$30,000 a month on wine alone.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I'd like to put out there that I will
almost
take
as
him
much as
in
me.
if he needs somewhere to live. I'm just saying. Come to my house.
Yes, he had his act together for a while, and he
Right.
seems to be spiraling out of control,
That's a
Sarah.
shame.
So I think
That's
you may
okay.
need
Well,
to
he
I
take
just
will
him
made
in.
a new
him out.
Pirates of the
Yeah.
Caribbean movie. So
Yeah, yeah.
honestly, he just made about $20 million,
Yeah, yeah.
and it didn't even come out yet.
I'm looking forward to that. I love those
You
movies.
know,
Yep.
bad.
So, and you know what he spent? He spent $3 million to shoot Hunter S. Thompson's remains out of a cannon. I
Because
swear.
that was by
What?
Hunter's
That cannot be
request.
true.
Still, it's $3 million.
No, but
Did you
dude,
make that
$3
up?
million
I don't
know.
to a celebrity
No,
is
you
like
make that up.
is like $30,000
Not anymore.
not.
Now he spent all his money, so now he wishes he had those
So
$3 million.
blame Hunter S. Thompson.
Yes,
Why would you
exactly.
do
Well,
that?
all right, Mike. When I die, Mike, I want.
House magazine
Is that Padron speaking to Jimmy back there?
They are. There's
You did not raise your hand. Rule 1 in Morgello Club is no talking in back row guests to each other. So they get 1 demerit.
Nick, you knew you were going to get in trouble for this.
All right, so I lost my track. Screw Johnny Depp.
Okay. Oh, wait, were we throwing that out there?
He's
Tag
still.
him in.
Isn't that funny that he spent more money on a month for wine than most people earn the entire year?
Wow.
So, and that's my
Wow,
problem with
it's good to be
celebrities.
Johnny.
That's my problem with celebrities. You sons of bitches! Instead of talking and complaining all the time, why don't you take your money and use it for good?
And live in Trump Tower for $2 million a day.
Can we get the More You Know logo to come up now?
Hey, welcome back live from Dennis's house. That was the station break. I hope you enjoyed it.
I sure did.
Now, we're going to get to the point of the show now. We're going to debate the principles of Van Hagar versus Van Halen. So, of course, everybody knows the band Van Halen, right? They were formed in what state? Quick. California, 19-something. And it was before Mike was born, so he doesn't know anything about it. So...
Not Michael, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, they
Very
came,
hurtful.
they rose to prominence though in 1978 when they released their first album, of course, and they are the ultimate party band, I should
discovered
say.
them?
Well, I know what you're thinking. Who discovered him,
No,
but he didn't
who
really.
actually recorded technically the first demo
That
tapes?
was Gene Simmons from Kiss,
Right.
but he never really could do anything with him. He tried, but then he said, "I don't know what to do."
If you
And
listen
then-
to the production on that album, they sound like Kiss though, and that's why, because it wasn't produced the right
Doesn't
way.
sound like Kiss to me.
Well, no, the production though, it's real flat. It doesn't have that Van Halen sound to it.
The first album.
What
Yeah.
were they called before they were Van Halen?
Oh, I know this. Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Is that right?
Tough crowd.
Wasn't there a rat salad in there too?
Nah.
Yeah,
my
no, you're
God.
right. Yeah.
It was-
What is happening?
Yeah.
There was a rat
Well,
salad.
anyway, all right.
Who
So,
suggested Van
Trivia
Halen
round, trivia
as
round.
their name?
I think it was Eddie Van Halen.
No, David Lee Roth suggested to the Van Halen brothers.
Oh,
He
really?
said that's a great last
Yeah, that
name.
is a cool name.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's a good last
He was
name.
like, that would be
Great.
perfect.
Yeah.
And it makes a fine logo.
Yeah, it's
It really
great.
does.
Well, they were
there you go.
riffing off the Led Zeppelin thing, the VH, and
Yeah,
you know, it's
brilliant.
cool. Yeah,
It worked for him.
it really
So,
is.
all right. So, Van Halen, 1978, they produced 6 multi-platinum albums. The greatest albums you could ever imagine. Van Halen 2. You know what came after that one?
Van Halen 3.
World War
No! Women and Children first.
Oh, I thought it was
It was a trick.
Shot.
Then we had Fair Warning,
Warning.
Dive It Down, and 1984, which came out in 1985. No, it actually came out in 84. So, we're not up
No,
to that
no.
point. See? He ruined the entire show right there with one comment. I'm
it.
kidding.
You know,
No,
Nick,
Jimmy.
you're gonna have to.
even though that album was written when
have I
Dave was
done?
still in the band, but
Right,
we'll get to that later.
So yes, between 78 and 85, they had David Lee Roth,
Greatest band in the world.
ultimate frontman that you can imagine. And this band, that's why they were genius. They were brilliant. They had everything. They had the looks, they had the sound, they had the musicianship. Eddie Van Halen, the greatest guitar player of that
gorgeous.
generation.
Yes.
Yes, and they were all cool looking, and the bass player and drummer were good harmonies from the
They
bass
played
player
for
even.
3 hours.
Yes,
you know,
everything
they-
about him was awesome. But
You got
then
a kung fu show in the middle of the set
Yeah.
with Dave doing like,
Straight
yeah.
ballerina.
I mean, seriously, like you got a staff routine.
You know, I was thinking about that. Dave Lee Roth, he was kind of like the Elvis of that generation because he
He-
was always doing that karate, wearing crazy
Yes,
clothes, you know?
absolutely.
It's
Right.
like,
He
oh,
might
And Jim
pioneered
Dandy.
having
I
his
always say
butt
he was like
cheeks hanging
Elvis
out
and Jim
too.
Dandy.
Yeah.
It's
Just the
like-
chaps.
Great.
It's so
Pretty
true.
much.
Assless
And like
straps.
honestly,
No,
they were
did not
amazing.
let
They
us
were
do
amazing
anything
just for their
else.
live show, and they would also, as collectively as a band, get a bottle of Jack Daniels and pass it around throughout the whole show, and drink a whole bottle of Jack Daniels
Kind
on
of
stage.
like
Live
us.
between the neck.
Yeah, I mean that's some rock star legendary stuff right
And it
there.
Right,
always
right.
yields
They were-
positive results.
Not that I'm
Exactly.
saying that alcoholism is a fun
Alcohol's
thing,
not.
but you know,
Yes. See what it's
I
doing
long
here.
for the day when
It was pretty-
alcoholism was a light
it's pretty
comedic
wonderful.
relief.
It's comic relief. Hey, ring a ding ding.
Hey.
And when it was sophisticated.
Yeah.
Nick's
Foster
laughing
Brooks.
back there.
Does anybody know Foster Brooks?
Foster Brooks.
Oh my God.
All right, so anyway, let's get back to this. Now, does anybody really know what happened? Because there's so many stories why David Lee Roth left. He said he left,
Kicked him out.
I blame
the other guy
Van
said he
Halen
threw him
brothers.
out.
They threw him
Because
out.
he's a colossal douchebag.
No, I heard that Dave was like telling them, like, honestly, we should stick to the stuff that we kind of know already as far as what we like to write. And they were like, no, we got to do love songs and more things like this. And they were shifting towards this Sammy thing.
And they were
anyway,
right.
And is that
And
when he
Dave-
did his solo album as
Dave
well?
decided, well, that's fine. I still want to do fun party songs. So I got Steve Vai, and I'm going to
Jason
do
Becker.
this.
Chickenfoot.
Jason Becker too.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason Becker.
Great band.
They were
Like
great
they were
band.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like that album is really good. But like you could tell it has that Van Halen feel, but without that Van Halen soul. But that's because
We're
the
talking
brother.
about Just the Gigolo, California
yes,
Girls.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But you
Good
know,
stuff.
The David Lee Roth cover band.
thank you. But like it was just Van Halen light. In my opinion, where it's like, you know, if it like,
Here
and then
we go.
5150 is such a great.
All right, so yes,
album. Okay.
let's get to that point now. We have to go in a orderly fashion here. So, all right, so David Lee Roth left the band, bam, just like that, and before you knew it, they had Sammy Hagar joining the band, and they were producing a new album.
Yeah.
And Sammy Hagar was from what band before that?
Montrose.
Yes, very good. He was in Montrose, and he had a solo
and
song.
a solo career.
Yes,
Very good.
yes.
Have a sip of Valentine's.
He cannot drive 55. Did
And
you
he
know
has a
that?
1, 2,
That's
3
the $1 million
lockbox.
question.
So anyway, so the first album that they came out with was 5150, which was a good album. You know, when a band loses
well
its
written.
lead singer and then
a
has
great
another guy come in.
It's a great album.
It's a great album. It
Well,
is.
I would
I don't like the
disagree with
vocals
that.
with it's a little it's a little Van Halen light once again. It's sort of like they lost
Right,
their
right.
edge.
They went,
That-
they
They
went
wa-
super 80s, super synth,
Look,
soft.
Eddie
But that's
just
what
had
was
a
happening
kid.
at the
Eddie
time,
literally
though.
just
It's
had a
just
kid.
the
He
way
wrote
things
like
were
the
going.
guitar solo on that album
Yeah.
is about his son.
The guitar solo is about his son.
Yeah, like
How does that work?
well, no, it was inspired by his
Okay.
son. It's not. It's
That's how it works.
about his son.
That's how it
Way to
works.
be literal,
About
man.
his mom. That is what it is.
You know.
So yes, all right. So in my mind, like I just said, I named those 6 ridiculously incredible albums that they would be in the Hall of Fame just on that alone.
Absolutely.
Now, will the same hold true for the Van Hagar years,
No.
1986 to 1995, and Sammy Hagar was in the band? They had 5150, OU812, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge and Balance.
And I love my baby's pound cake.
No, Balance is pretty.
Now,
Oh,
let's
that's
Balance
awesome.
is an underrated.
That's a lyric.
let's have Jim discuss this here, because everyone
Jim.
raised their hand who likes Van Halen better than Van Hagar.
Yeah.
Two hands.
Well,
Who likes Van Hagar better? Sarah, where's your hand?
I'm in the
Sarah?
middle.
Oh, really?
I am.
Don't you
Right
ride
down the
that
middle.
fence.
I already
she's in love.
did.
She's in love with Eddie. That's why she loves Eddie.
She
Regardless.
can't ever
I'm
go
in love with
against him.
70s
She's in
Eddie.
love with Eddie.
It doesn't exist
We've been
anymore.
over this. She had a poster on her wall.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
been over this. We've been over this before.
No, I
we get it.
completely get it.
Yeah.
We're in
It was all about Eddie. Dad, I really like this guy. Well,
Back in my bedroom.
he's a little scary. He's one of those dirty long hairs.
Yeah, you call
All
him
right.
an ant. He said he was like
So-
an animal.
Yeah, you look like an animal. All right, so
Goddamn animal.
Sarah is like Switzerland. She
That's okay. She
goes
likes
along with the
the
flow. That's
band.
fine.
I
But
think
now,
they were-
Jim, we're gonna
both
give
very
you the
influential.
floor here to sway us
My
onto your
argument,
side.
my
Yes,
debate
here's your
here.
argument.
You may
Well,
filibuster.
here it is. You know, I have to say, Sammy Hagar to me is a better singer.
He is.
He's a
Well,
Everyone's a better
So-
singer than David Lee Roth.
well to me.
Literally
it's-
everyone.
Really, I don't.
Well,
think-
no.
He's,
Everyone.
David
Gigi
Lee Roth-
Allen. I mean, we
David
can go
Lee
down
Roth
this.
is a better showman.
Yes.
Yes,
He
I'll
is
agree
the
with that.
greatest
Phenomenal
showman.
showman.
Yes, he
Better
is.
lyricist.
Better lyricist, absolutely. But as far as vocals go, I think Sammy Hagar. plays
Technical
better.
All right,
ability. He's
I will give you that.
absolutely right.
That's
Now Van
fine
Halen
though.
is still Van Halen. Van Halen, the 3 main members are still in the band.
Yeah.
At this
So,
point, yes.
Yeah, they're still in at this point, you know.
But something changed
Michael
because the
Anthony's
songs
gone.
are not what they used to be.
Well, that.
Well, now-
that
no,
kinda-
now they're-
I'm
Now-
talking about right now in '85, right then. I mean,
Oh,
in
and
'85,
then in 85,
during the Van
yes.
Hagar years,
Totally
the core
changed.
years.
Totally
the song,
changed.
They went more synthy. They were softer. They downplayed, I think, the guitar. They weren't as hard. in my opinion.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
They were not as hard.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a completely different band.
It's
It's
a
not
way.
like the just switched singers and just kept going. It was a completely different
but you
band,
have to understand
which
also Van Halen, Eddie is a huge pop fan.
Yes.
He loves pop music.
The synth. That's
The
when
synth
that came
he
in.
wanted,
That was
Don't forget,
him.
He started with Jump.
Yeah.
and he saw what
I
huge
thought that was
success
great
Jump
though.
was.
Yes.
I thought 1984 was a terrific album.
They did a brilliant
Absolute
job
great
of
album.
staying
David Roth said it
relevant
best.
with
He's
what
like,
was
who
happening.
doesn't like a positive verb? And there's nothing better than a positive verb like jump.
Unless you're standing on a ledge,
Yeah.
and then it is not positive. But seriously,
She's got a point.
They really took them in a direction that made them incredibly relevant without losing what they were.
They
And
kept their
that's why they
original
stayed
audience.
massively
Yes.
popular.
That's why they're still around, is because they had that transitional.
You're
phase.
you're right.
They evolved to fit the music industry from 86 to 92.
and they did it
or-
successfully
Or
with a
successfully.
singer
Yes.
change. That
They
never
never-
happened.
See,
Thank
that's
you.
Well,
why.
they lost me during that era, though. Like, me and my brother
Did
were
you write them a
such huge-
strongly worded letter?
I did. I was very upset.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I'm
he
going
said.
home.
You guys, I'm getting home.
South Park, dude.
Oh, we get to 11 dances.
We can
Oh, no,
plug.
did I
I like
swear?
that show.
no.
But that's
Yeah,
my
edit
argument.
that out.
for
All right,
why-
so very good argument, but it does not
Who's better?
meet the
though?
point of what's better, Van Hagar or Van
Thank you.
Halen, because the answer is Van Halen.
Thank you. So
We're
it's
taking
cut
all
and
these
dry.
facts in that the answer is Van Halen.
Will we
Yeah.
be talking about the Gary Sharon?
Yes, we'll be discussing that,
Well, that was
very
amazing.
briefly.
6 months.
That was
Yes.
amazing.
So,
I
all right,
saw that,
So here's
actually.
my point, though.
Oh,
now,
no.
I
Jim,
paid for that.
hold on a
no.
second.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on. Everybody bring it down. Jim,
Yes.
do you believe Van Hagar would be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just on those years alone if Van Halen never existed?
Oh man.
Get ready to push the ejector seat,
That's
Nick.
a no.
You know what? Yes.
No is the answer.
No is the
50
answer.
on 50
That's a
still had
no.
5 hits on it.
All right, no, we're not talking about commercial hits because Van
Thank you.
Hagar
It's not
was
about money. It's not about
Stop
money.
saying Van Hagar.
No,
I don't
no.
like it.
Van Hagar was more commercially successful. Every one of those
course
albums
it
that
was.
came out during that time was number one. The Van Halen never had number one albums up until that point.
Really?
So,
Yeah,
so
they
wait,
had number
are you
2,
saying
number
that
4.
Anybody who is commercially successful does not deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, no,
Correct.
no, no, no.
That is what I'm saying. No, I'm
You
kidding.
are
I'm
so-
kidding.
No,
So where you go with
He
that
doesn't
argument?
feel that way. No,
Where you go
like,
with that argument?
Can I
No,
also
no.
add who
My
gives a crap
argument
about
is
the
you
Hall of
can't
Fame?
you can't just base Hall of
Okay.
Fame on
Random
commerciality.
Right,
You
well,
just
I'll make a
True.
comparison,
True.
and this is I think is relevant. Okay,
Not gonna
Aerosmith's
be
song for
relevant.
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Is that better than
Bring on anything. Yeah.
you know anything that they did off the first 3 albums?
Absolutely
No.
not, but it's different.
But no, but you're talking about commercial viability. It
Right.
means nothing.
He's right.
Yes.
He
Nothing.
made a
It
very
means
good
nothing.
point
That's a
right
risk.
there.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Jim,
you,
did
Mr.
we sway you
Mediator.
to our side yet?
Sammy was a better vocalist. I agree.
You asked me if they
Yeah.
still would have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I
Yes.
said yes.
Maybe.
And unfortunately,
running with
maybe.
that answer is
I say-
incorrect.
You
Maybe.
say no. It says me.
No,
I
I have
say
it right here.
maybe.
Jim, it's a
Guys,
Oh,
it's a
He has
yes
the
or no
paper that
answer.
says
And the
that
paper
answer.
here says
Cha-cha.
no.
guys,
I sent an email
Wait,
to
what
the
does
Rock and
Cha-cha
Roll Hall
have
of
to say?
Fame. All
Cha-cha.
right.
Wait, no.
dance the night away and running with the devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go.
That's
Just
those
two
are
songs?
those are Dave
I've got
songs.
no
Yes.
argument.
That's
Of course.
it. That's. I think I made my argument right there.
That's
I
it.
can't argue with that. I believe this.
No, but okay.
to
Also,
present
just
my
that
case, Your Honor,
Eddie as a
two
guitarist
songs.
was better with Dave.
When that
Spanish
song
Fly,
comes on,
Oh, my
right.
Eruption,
Everything,
You know,
yeah.
Beautiful Girls.
Oh,
All
yeah.
I mean, everything on those albums is like classic and great, and it's like literally the summer soundtrack
He
of my
just
life.
evolved, man. It's just
So,
like any
like,
guitar player, though.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
yeah.
But he was the baton pass from Jimmy Page, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
He was phenomenal.
It's like you got Page and then you got Van Halen.
He
And then
influenced
who was the
everyone.
next guy after that? Honestly, you know?
he was the best commercial guitar player, I think.
Oh, dude, and he reinvented much like the way Hendrix and like
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve Vai. Like Steve Vai literally ripped off Eddie's style in a lot of ways.
No.
Oh! Watch it. There goes Sarah.
You don't, not at all. Not at
Steve
all.
Vai played with Frank Zappa.
No, he's a
Vai
phenomenal
is-
musician.
Stop
But as far
it.
as like the arpeggios and the tapping and stuff like that,
What about
he-
Yngwie Malmsteen? Yngwie Malmsteen came out before Van Halen.
I agree. But honestly,
I'm sorry, that's
it-
Yngwie J. Malmsteen.
No,
It's-
I don't want to
oh.
confuse it with all the other Yngwie Malmsteens.
See, to me, like, Van Halen was such a
Okay,
Victor of the
I
show.
just got owned again. But honestly, They all kind of ripped off Eddie a little bit, guys. Sorry.
Okay, A, there's only so much you can do with a guitar.
So here's what we come down to it.
I don't know.
He was the most influential, I would say, Eddie Van Halen. Everyone who came after him tried to play like that, and his band was the most popular during this time.
Carlos Cavaza from Quiet Riot literally is like a little mini Eddie Van Halen.
What about Randy Rhoads, though?
Randy.
Do you feel they came out at the same time?
They did, and honestly, those are the two most influential guitarists of that era, right there.
And I think
you got
Eddie Van Halen
Randy and you got Eddie, and they have very different styles.
Well, unfortunately,
but
Randy got
Randy's
cut
is
short.
classical.
Randy's is
And-
classical.
Randy was.
Eddie's was innovative in a lot
I
of
can't even
ways.
imagine how amazing he would be if he was still
Exactly.
I wish.
So
And there's controversy too. There's some people say that Eddie had a hand in that plane going down with Randy Rhoads in
Better
it.
get that out
Not
there.
me.
Lawyers are gonna call you.
It was
this is
Jerry Lewis.
I was gonna say, where is Jerry Lewis on the grassy knoll with his furry thing? And
So after all of that,
Dave's so
the bottom line is
That's what
David Lee Roth and Van Halen are better than Van Hagar. We've
Sammy
proven
Hagar
it.
has better hair.
We're going to take time now to smell the albums. Are you
Best
ready?
part of the show.
And we're going to name our favorite lead singer of Van Halen. Gary Sharon is in the mix. We didn't mention this. We started
who
to
is
talk on
this
Gary.
person?
She doesn't know who Gary
I
Sharon is.
know
He was
Chris.
in the band for about
Extreme.
12 minutes.
He's from Extreme.
He was in that
remember the
band.
song More Than Words?
More Than Words.
More than words.
Singing like you wrote it.
I like it
All
whenever
right.
we're indignant about anything, all of a sudden it turns into we're very old Jewish women.
Yeah, what is that?
You know.
I don't know what happened
That-
with this show.
That's 'cause
I don't
you're
know what we're
wearing
doing
leopard
anymore.
Yo, little
Bring out
Jimmy,
the old
hold on,
Jewish
hold
lady
on,
and all
hold on.
that.
Jimmy, little Jimmy, I gotta say that voice, as Al Mazza once said to me, is a crowd pleaser. That whenever there's a problem, just bring out that voice,
do this.
and people love it. It's
I
like
love it, I
It's
swear.
it's like
Can't
playing,
go anything
You Really Got Me, or Running with the Devil.
We'll dedicate the show to Al.
So anyway, now we did not smell the album. We have to smell the album,
Mm.
name our favorite song, singer, or whatever, key grip. Whatever you want to name. Here, pass many albums around.
Talk
Oh
amongst
my
yourselves.
All right, so I'm going to say, of course, my favorite singer is David Lee Roth of Van Halen, and my favorite song is Everybody Wants Some, or The Cradle Will Rock.
Just one sniff.
One of those.
I'm sorry, I was
Just
so
one.
good.
You did two. You did two.
So now, anybody else? I didn't hear you name anything.
Let the girls
Dance
go
the
first.
night away.
Nice. And who's the singer?
David Lee Roth.
Just point out how freaking awesome this
See-
picture is.
Yeah.
It is
How
probably one of the
awesome.
coolest photographs
You don't
ever
think?
taken
Do
in
you
the
think
history of
Sammy
anything.
could do that? You think Sammy Hagar
I would
could
love
do
to
that?
see Sammy try this pose.
So cool.
Yeah, he broke a hip trying to do that, I heard. So, all right, Sarah, who's your singer and song?
I don't know, man.
No Switzerland, you got to come up with an answer.
All right, give her a chance.
Come on, Michael, get off our back.
Okay, then I gotta go. I gotta go old school. Then I gotta go David. I gotta go OG.
And your
Oh,
song?
If forced
we
to
have a
choose,
convert.
You are forced.
off this album, I gotta go Running with the Devil.
Nice. Can't go wrong.
Just an
Any
amazing
song you pick
song.
by Van Halen
See,
is
that
a
was
winner.
it.
They're all
See?
winners. Step
Yes.
up.
I mean, at the end of the day, we can all come together that when we first
don't
heard
know.
those songs,
We're still,
it was life.
yes.
Well, that's just it. It's also the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
You know,
And being
like,
a very you're young, you're a teenager, and the things you're hearing, they're
Oh
like
my
forming
These
who you
gentlemen.
are.
exactly.
Yeah, Mike, you gonna play the album back there, or are you gonna smell it and tell us?
Seriously, they're like.
You're very hard on him.
No.
I got a show to do.
don't
This
want
is
me
not.
You don't want me
This
back,
is not
Cha-Cha.
a Sunday morning at Mike's house. This is live from Dennis's house. Live, cha cha. Do you understand what live
I
means?
do.
Welcome to
I don't
Sunday
think
morning
you
at
do.
Mark.
I don't know.
With the devil,
I
David Lee Roth
understand.
accent.
Very
Go-
good.
go
All right.
original, go
All right,
original.
Jim. It's up to you now. You gotta name something. Did you smell it yet?
Yeah, I smelled the album.
And what'd you think?
It smelled great.
Who smells better, do you think? David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar?
You know, leave him
I
alone.
gotta go.
Did it smell
Valerie
like a bottle of
Bertinelli.
anything and a glazed donut together?
Valerie Bertinelli.
Ooh,
I gotta.
Sarah's out of the picture. Where'd she go?
I gotta go.
Come back to me,
I gotta
then.
go Eruption.
Ah, there
I'm
you go.
getting
All
the
right,
cigar.
all right.
You can't go with the solo. You can't go with the
Sure
solo.
you can. That's a
It's a
song.
song.
That's a
That's a
song.
solo.
It's a song.
Eruption. No,
It's
it's the
called
opening to it.
Eruption,
It's the
and it's
opening.
on the album.
It's the, no,
Show it.
Spanish Fly is a solo too, and
Nick,
that's a
What
song.
track is
You
Eruption
need to
on the
gain
original
control.
Jim.
Dude, first song.
No, it's
Jim.
Yeah,
on the
it is.
But doesn't
original.
Eruption
Jim,
the
I'm talking to you.
really got
This
it?
is live from Dennis's house.
Yes.
I say if it's listed on the album with a name, therefore it's a song, and you can choose it. Case closed. Next, Michael Macchioli.
Match.
What's your singer and
Like
song?
I get it.
David Lee Roth,
There you go.
obviously.
What's your song?
I would say Unchained off of Fair Warning.
Nice.
Oh,
Can't go wrong with
great
that.
song.
I like that one
That's
too.
Except for all the
See?
incredibly
That's a good
douchey
choice.
talking in the middle.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Is that the one with keep those stockings on and?
No, don't take them off. Don't take them off. Leave them on. Leave them on.
Leave 'em on.
Leave them on. Leave them on. Don't take them off. I like the way the lies.
No, I love it. Stocking.
I do not.
I really like those kind of high heels too, you know.
So Jim, did we sway you, or are you still sticking with Van
Don't
Hagar?
miss that.
Don't let the crowd pressure you.
As a guitar player, as a musician, I have to go with the Roth error. That
We swayed
The
him.
Roth error.
The first person.
He said error.
the Roth.
So what?
This
was
is a
wrong.
unanimous panel right
It was
now.
Yes,
wrong.
it is
Dave
unanimous.
Rule.
That's
it's
it.
an
All right, so
Winner.
we've actually solved something.
Chicken
This is the
dinner.
first show that ever solved the problem. And we now can definitively say Van Halen is the superior band. F you, Sammy.
I like.
Well, I gotta say. Now, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on. Bring it down.
Forget
Bring it
that
down.
interview.
Bring it down. Nobody wants to hear people yelling for an hour and a half. You just yell and get it over with and come back to the show. All right. So anyway, my point is, I never really liked Sammy as a person. He irritates me just by looking at him. He never did anything
Was
to
he
me.
your neighbor?
But-
For a while or
No, but wait. He literally
happened?
looks like the reject. Like we're casting for Ronald McDonald right now. He comes on stage. He's got the yellow and hey, I'm the Red Rocker.
Yeah.
But you're dressed in yellow with red socks. You literally look
He
like
doesn't
something from a
look-
McDonald's commercial.
He doesn't look as cool.
It's
That's what I'm
true.
saying. He doesn't look
That
as
is so
cool.
rock star.
He doesn't look as cool as David Lee Roth. That's what I say.
That's 75-year-old
And-
grandpa stuff.
David Lee Roth
Back in the
flounced
day.
about the stage on a
Back
giant
in the
inflatable
day.
microphone.
But he does it well.
Hey, Cabo Wabo, baby. Cabo.
All right,
Ring
so-
a
you know
ding
how much
ding.
money Sammy makes off that Cabo Wabo?
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
want to do something right now. I want to name our favorite Van Hagar song, which we did not. And the
Okay.
one song
Right
that I
now.
love by them, I absolutely love this song, is Right Now.
I just
Oh.
said that.
Yes.
Right now.
See, can we all agree on Right Now?
I
Pretty
agree
brilliant.
that I wish that
Right
Crystal
now is a
Pepsi didn't go
killer
away.
Yeah. I think.
And
we can
anybody
call
knows
it
the
great.
reference. I think you get what I'm saying.
I don't.
We're
You know,
old.
that was the commercial song, sir.
Wait,
Crystal
oh.
Pepsi, clear Pepsi, right now.
I don't know what
Try
he's saying.
something new tomorrow,
So
right now.
What's he
Crystal
saying?
Pepsi,
I
it's
think
wonderful.
he doesn't agree.
But I don't think that. I think
So
he's
Mike,
on a
what
tangent.
song would you say?
My favorite Van Hagar song?
Yeah.
None.
Oh! What about Why
Oh,
Can't...
actually, I got those dreams. Yeah, the one with the Blue Angels, where they did the concert in
Why
LA.
Can't This Be Love that we just recorded before? How about that?
It's not what it takes. Yeah, no,
That's a good one.
Honestly, Sarah's version of it is
800
better.
takes.
Is better than. Well,
All right,
Sarah-
here I got
Sarah-
one. I think I have something we can all agree on. Who agrees that Sarah's a better singer than Van Hagar and Van Halen? Yay! All right, so that's it. Enough of this
When
nonsense.
do I get that paycheck?
I know, right?
We're going to wrap it up. And now it's time
Thank
to wrap this show up. Now, thanks for joining us here on Live from Dennis's House. On Lamp 474 The Mix, where the music matters. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Check us out.
Valentine's.
MadhouseMagazine.com. Oh, I don't even think I introduced a guest today. We
Oh.
have Michael Macioli, Cha-Cha, Sarah, Mike Padron, and Jimmy James McNally.
Jimmy James.
So, all right, and that's it. All we have here. Shut it down. Everybody applaud.
Good night.